Hello and welcome to your practice session with me today. Today we'll be running through 3 different exercises in the C major scale at the 7th position on the fretboard. There's lots of different places we can play the C major scale, but I like this spot because we can use this shape to learn the C major scale and a whole bunch of other major scales as well as we move it around to different places on the fretboard. So this first exercise we're trying out is ascending and descending. Pretty simple. We're just going to ascend through 2 octaves of the scale over 2 measures and then come back down over the next 2 measures. And it's all laid out in eighth notes. So we're doing 2 notes per beat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. We're going to loop through that exercise a total of 4 times. So we get plenty of exercise going through the scale both ways. The next exercise we're going to try is called jumping thirds. If you're not sure what thirds are, no big deal. In this case, basically, it just means we're going to play the first note of the scale and then skip a note. We're going to go from the C to the E, and then we come back 1 note down to this D, and we kind of repeat that pattern through the whole scale. So we skip a note, come back a note, skip a note, come back a note, skip a note, come back a note. We're just doing that through the whole thing. One thing we'll see in this exercise as well is there's a couple of spots where we have some quarter notes that we hang out on a little bit longer. And what's important about those is that is where our C notes are in this scale. More specifically, that is where our tonic is, or the root note of the scale. So we are playing a C note on the 8th fret of the E string here, the 10th fret of the D string here, and the 8th fret of the high E string here. So you can use this exercise to also try to remember where the tonic notes are in the scale shape, because that's always important when it comes to musical phrasing and understanding how the scale works and so on and so on. So pay attention to that as you're giving that a try. And we're going to loop through that 2 times as we go through. The third and last exercise is 3-note triplets. So the idea with this is we're going to go 3 notes forward in the scale and then come back and go 3 more notes and then come back a note, go 3 more notes. So we're going 3 notes at a time in these 3-note groupings. And since we're kind of doing those 3-note groupings, it made sense to lay this out in triplets. And for triplets, or in this case, 8th note triplets, we'll be doing 3 notes per beat. An easy way I like to count these is something like 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, dot, 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 dot. So you can try getting the idea as you're going through on those 3 notes at a time with the triplets. If you're not sure, like if you get a little lost where your note should be, there's going to be a count in on the drums on the hi-hat for all of these exercises before they start, and that hi-hat will be exactly where your notes should be. So you can use that as a guide to know what your rhythm is throughout the exercise. So this one we're also going to loop 2 times around, and then we would just be doing those notes all the way through and then coming all the way back down over those last couple measures. So those are the exercises we're going to try. I do have these laid out at 50 beats per minute, 75 beats per minute, and then 100 beats per minute. So a couple of different speeds that you can try. What I'd do is I'd recommend just sitting with these exercises for a minute and getting accustomed to them before you really try playing along with the play along tracks, just so you can get an idea of what your fingers will be doing. And then once you feel like you have it down, then you can try playing along a little bit. But we're also not totally locked into just 50, 75, and 100 because we do have the playback rate options on YouTube. So if you feel like 50 is too fast, just go in the playback rate options, bring the speed down until it feels comfortable, and then you can get it back up to 100 and you'll be at, or 100% on YouTube, and then you'll be at 50 beats per minute. And you can do that with all of these exercises. So if you're feeling like it's too big of a jump at any point or it's too fast, just go in the playback rate there and change it to what feels doable and comfortable. And same thing, even if you get up to the 100 beats per minute and that's feeling easy or doable, then you can even start going higher in the playback rate and try it a little bit faster. As for the picking hand through all three exercises, we are going to alternate pick our way through everything, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up through each note. It might feel more natural here or there to do 2 downs or 2 ups. You don't have to stick to exactly hardcore alternate picking, but we do want to get in the habit of alternate picking through these exercises, because as we're playing slow, it might feel natural to just pick everything down, but when it comes time to play it faster, we want to have already built that habit of playing it with alternate picking so we are prepared to play it quicker. So these are our exercises we're going to try today. I hope you have fun jamming some C major scale with me, and let's give it a shot. Let's get started.